kind of false start. Um, we are learning this together on the fly, and we finally got Dad on the stream with us. I am in the middle of switching from my laptop because I'm not smart enough to figure out how to invite somebody on my laptop, but the phone makes it real easy. So I am going to be moving around for just a second while I get the phone mount set up, if I remember where I left it. So, Dad, why don't you get us started? What's been going on with you recently?
Oh, man, I had one of those weeks. This past week, I didn't have kids at my house; they were at Mom's house, and so Dad had a little time to himself, and I took my time to myself. I actually, the last day or two, I've reorganized my hobby room, and some of you may have seen pictures of that on Instagram, but I really like the way I set it up, and it's going to be comfortable and enjoy my time in here. But other than that, kind of just I did a couple of paint jobs this week, and didn't do a whole lot of builds. Worked on a couple of builds that I've been working on that are up and coming, but did finish this build this week. I finished my stainless 24 build, which I'm really excited about, and got to work through some of the tuning on this Mofo Medio MVP motor, but we'll figure that out. I may need to work with the overdrive, underdrive a little bit to get it set up the way it exactly needs to be, but going to be a good one here. I'll pull
Yeah.
that one
So
up.
is you're you're running the Mofo MVP on your stainless 24 kit?
I did. I ran the MVP on this one, the Mofo Medio MVP. Uh, Ran the Mofo Brass Servo also. Um,
Yeah, very
I
cool. Are you using
I
a
think I went with the whole Mofo. I think it's a Mofo transmission also. Don't hold me to that, but I'm pretty sure it's a Mofo transmission in there. It may be a 3D printed housing. I don't remember.
okay, right on. So are you running a big kid tiny truck ESC?
No,
I
not
know
on that one.
you're a fan of those.
On that one, I am running the Mofo. Uh,
The Rockwolf.
yes, the Rock Wolf,
Yeah, I have
which
not used that ESC. How do you like it?
uh, I'm not going to comment on that at this point.
All right, not we're
Hey,
going to say not enough experience yet.
I've been using the Mofo Rock Wolf since January, and I have not made one run smoothly yet.
Hmm.
That's the
Enter.
only thing I'm gonna say at this point. And that's
Okay.
man, I got introduced to it early on, never made it run smooth, gave up on it, went to other I went somewhere else
Uh
and
huh.
had things run smooth, and now I've gotten back to this one and I can't make this one run smooth. So it's me, I think. I don't think it's Mofo. I don't think it's them. I think it's user error. We're gonna blame this one on the Indian, not the arrow, and uh, I'll figure it out. I'm gonna learn. Hey, Mofo, if you're watching, reach out and let me know what's up. So
Yeah, I've not used the Rockwolf. Is it an Escape 32 or is it um, a different protocol? I don't
it,
remember.
I do not believe it's the Escape 32.
Yeah, I
I
don't think it
don't.
is. I think it is a
I
different
don't
one.
think it is. No. So I am trying to pull us up on my iPad so I can see comments. Maybe I need to
I'm
show
working
us
on
a
the same right
video.
now.
I think I'm looking at the wrong video. I don't know. All I see is you. Does the live feed show my garage?
Yep, I see your garage.
Okay, well let me
Hey,
leave.
John just commented hello. Hey, John, how are
I
you
got
doing?
it. Hey, what's up?
Thanks for joining us on this Saturday night. Hey, Jadelyn, nice to have you with us. So we're just getting started. This is a learning process for both of us. Now that we've got some people in the chat and looks like some viewers, um, we'll do a brief introductions. I'm Michael. I am RC underscore KRWLNG. Of course, you found me with that on YouTube. I also post on Instagram and recently started sharing to um, Facebook as well. So appreciate you joining us. I've been into RC rock crawlers for about a year and a half, um, but not the first time I've been in RC. So dug this out. This is one of my earliest RC cars, the oldest one I still have, and the earliest one I remember. It is a Radio Shack. You can see original Radio Shack label. And I looked this up before we started streaming. Apparently, this is collectible now. Uh, Made between 1987 and 92. Um, I think I probably got this closer to 92. Um, and I drove the heck out of it. It's all scratched up on the roof. I have apparently always been never afraid of sending an RC car. But last time I put some batteries in this, it did work. So I should get this out and try to run it again. Um, so yeah, played with RC cars as a kid. Um, when I was in middle school and high school, tilt the camera back, you can see I've got a RC plane hanging from the ceiling. That's the second one
Bro,
I built.
hey, you need to turn that into a sweet drift car. Like a vintage drift car.
Oh, oh, yeah, that I like the way you're thinking of that. That would be cool, and I do want to get into drifting. Um,
Hey,
so
Triple
yeah, so
Crown. Hey, you know where to go. Triple Crown can hook
I
you
know
up.
right
He can
here.
get you set up right there. No
Oh yeah,
doubt.
Ike is a great guy. Triple Crown RC. It's my local hobby shop, about an hour from me. And so yeah, that and then early 2000s, late 90s, got into RC planes for a year and a half or so. That's the second one I built. The first one I built, I flew it, was training with it, and my dad would never try it. I finally convinced him to try it. Um, he was paired up with an experienced flyer. He was using the controller. He was a slave to the master. I wasn't paying attention, and everybody started running for cover. And I look up, and there's just balsa wood floating down out of the air. Uh, he and another flyer had a midair collision, and all the old guys out there like, this never happens. You couldn't do that if you wanted to. Um, so we went out in the tall grass and the weeds and found the electronics, but the engine was gone, and of course the plane was just unsalvageable. It was a wreck. So got another kit and another engine, built a second one. The first one was yellow and black, and then I decided that'd be cool to do like a Red Baron themed airplane. So did the Red Baron theme on the second one, and um, didn't stick with it. You have to carry insurance. You have to go to a specific location to fly them, or the FAA gets real mad. Um, I understand there's that same issue now with hobby drone flyers. So kind of left
Same
the
issue.
RC
There's
world
the
for a
same
while.
issue with, bro. There's the same issue with government aircraft and civilian aircraft full of
Yes,
passengers. So
that
it
yeah.
just, man, I'm a pilot. I have my private, and it's one of those things. It happens, man. And
Hmm.
as we
Hmm.
get further into the world we live in with autonomy and like Uh, I think just down the road from me, I haven't seen it myself, but my friends send me pictures of drones dropping their orders from Walmart off.
Hmm.
So
Yep.
I I live out in Podunk, East Texas. I don't see that. I'm sure it's coming to me too, but there's I get it. There's importance with the whole FAA regulation of the hobby side of aviation, and
Hmm.
it's not the same world that as 1995, 1998, year 2000. We we're in 2025. We're 25 years down the road from there, and things have advanced that much. I remember when I was a kindergartner, they said in year 2000 we'll have flying cars.
All right. Yeah. Wouldn't that be a disaster?
I, it would be, but
The way
we
people
get
drive,
like
I don't think I need them flying over and around me.
no, and I know that my neighbor doesn't need to fly one, so
Yep.
it's one of those things. It's we'll get through it. We'll figure it out. But
Hmm.
so your introduction to RC was through that cute little what was that? A Ferrari or a Lamborghini?
Yeah, this is a Ferrari F40. So this is one of
An
my
F40.
favorite supercars of all time. I'll never own one. The real ones go for about 2 million these days, I think. But yeah, whenever I see a Ferrari F40, whether it's RC or Lego, I've got to grab it.
Never
And
say
then,
never. Never say
yep,
never, Michael.
that's right. If this YouTube thing takes off, everybody can help buy me a Ferrari F40. Then a couple of
Yeah.
years ago, picked up this Hypergo drift truck. It's fun, but realized I wanted something that I could drive inside when it's 113 degrees outside here in Oklahoma. So picked up a 24 scale crawler, and it's been downhill ever since.
I get it. I understand. So uh, I'm dad. I'm at Dad's Micro RC Garage on Instagram. My name's Judson, and I my introduction into the hobby side of RC was with helicopters about
Oh, cool.
16 years ago, and dove into the helicopter side of things and started flying helicopters, and then up and one day decided I was going to buy a pizza shop in Colorado, and I moved to Colorado. And when I got to Colorado, I was looking for something else to do. And one day I went by the hobby shop and I saw these big trucks, like uh, it wasn't trucks, it was like a buggy, and it was a what we call a rake. And I was like, I gotta have one of those. So I bought a race and found a place real quick called what was Crawl Zone, or I think it was a Crawl Shop, Crawl Zone, but it was a Kai and Triple Crown RC today. But he
Okay.
had
Yeah.
this cool little shop set up that had this big long wall of rock set up and had this just amazing rock course set up in there that he hosted comps on and everything, like indoor comps on.
And
And
what year was
so I
this?
do what? Say again.
What year was that you discovered the shop with the indoor rock course?
I'm going to say that was 2011 or 2012.
Okay,
I
so
want to say the end of 11 or beginning of 12. I think. I
yeah,
think.
and I think RC rock crawling really has about a 20-25 year history, if I've understood the history right.
Yeah, no, it went before I got into it. I mean, I
Yeah,
wasn't.
yeah, but
I
you've been
didn't
in it a
like,
little longer than me.
and I didn't last very long. Like I got into it, and then like I was doing it, and I was going to like the comps, and we went out to Red Rocks and did this like cool like long trail comp thing. I don't remember what it was called, but it was fun, man. And like my drive to it was him. Like he like Kai. Uh, man, I can't even pronounce his name the right way anymore.
Keika, Ikeka.
Akeka,
Yeah,
Akeka.
I believe so. Ikeka
Okay,
Farrier.
all right. Anyway, but like he just had this like inviting personality, and man, I loved it. Like I loved what was going on, and like he built. So my first rig was a Wraith, and I didn't have a clue what the heck I was doing. I'd flown like ready to fly helicopters before then, and I didn't
Yeah.
like
So
know
what
anything
what came
about.
first, the RC helicopters or your pilot's license?
So my pilot's license came first.
Okay.
I started flying airplanes when I was 15 years old,
Oh
and I
wow,
got my
cool.
pilot's license when I was 18. Um, and I flew airplanes for a long time. And then at one point, the FAA's like had a issue with a marijuana arrest, and so anyway, right
Many
now
such cases.
I currently I do not have a medical. I do not smoke illegal products. I do not participate in anything illegal anymore. But there's a fine line between all that and where the FAA finds things. And anyway, right now I do not have a medical because I just don't go take one. I could go take one and like I medically I'm fine. We'll figure that out. I just let my medical lapse and haven't renewed it because of recreational hemp products. Is
Hmm.
the only
Yep.
reason I have not renewed my pilot's license recently. So I want to get back into that. That's something I think I love doing. I love flying airplanes. I'd like my kids to learn to fly airplanes. Gives them an avenue if they want to go chase a dream they want to go chase, they can go chase it, you know. So, but um, never dove into the like restoring an airplane or anything like that. I've bought some old airplanes and like worked through uh, other people to bring them up and get them repainted. And I worked
That's
for an
that's
A&P
cool.
for a long time. For about 3 years, I worked for an A&P, but and I could work to my A&P license. I just that's not what I want to do. I don't have to. I don't want to. Um,
Yeah.
I
So what
like
have
what I
you been
do.
working on your bench recently?
Oh, recently, so just finished this one. Going to dial it in a little more. This is stainless 24, um, hard park axles, Mofo servo. We talked about it already. This is Mofo Medio motor, Mofo ESC. Um, but anyway, that one's going to be a fun one. I haven't got it dialed in exactly the way I want it. Uh, that's coming. Another one that's This is micro. Uh, anyway, I'm on the fact. Uh, anyway,
Um,
little
that's a
type.
cool panels you've done on that truck.
Thank you. That's cut up a liquid death can one day while I was drinking it. After I finished drinking it, made a livery out of that, and it's got, of course, my little RC Steve 710 fuel cell in the back.
It looks perfect in there.
That one's a fun little buggy to drive. I got a little more to figure out on that, but I'm gonna get there. That one's coming. All right, I'm just going to throw this out there. I need the dual transmission for the VT3K and CL Fab Designs, whatever they are.
Oh yeah,
I
those
need
are
one of
nice.
those dual trans. I've talked to both of them. I don't see any more of these coming out. If somebody has one that they can part with, I want one. There's not going to be more coming soon. Maybe somebody else releases something, but I need one of those dual trans skids. And the skid trans whatever, I need one. Somebody reach out to me at Dad's Micro RC Garage. Uh, anyway, I need one of those trends. I'm gonna
Yeah,
put that to the
it looks
side.
like Tilted Tomsky has a question. When we're uh, finished with the rig, we built it, used it, kind of bored with it. What do you do with it? Do you tear it down? Do you sell it? Put it on the shelf? For me, a little bit of all, well, some of those. So there's some rigs like the Forerunner. This is never going to be torn down. I don't think I'll get bored of it, but this is going to stay with me. It's going to go on the shelf. Um, However, the Bronco, this was my CX24, recently got rated to put into a new build that I'm just waiting to get a new ASC that's a little smaller to get this going. Uh, Judd actually sent this body to me and got a surprise with it, the Fat Viper. So this is going to be a sweet truck. It drives. I just want to get it buttoned up cleanly. So yeah, I've done a little bit of all of that. How about you, Dad? Do you sell any rigs? Do you tear them down for new builds? Do you have those that you're never going to tear down and you're going to keep it in the garage or on the shelf?
Hey, sorry, I stepped away for just a second. My dog was wanting in. Uh,
Oh yeah.
so
So what
man,
do you do
it's
with rigs after you've used them and kind of bored?
so I think you can look at my pictures on Instagram and see like I don't tear much apart. If I put it together, I put it together for a reason, and
Yeah, I understand that
it's
totally.
it's I'm gonna enjoy them as wall art in the meantime.
Hmm.
I don't build. I don't. I don't build to sell yet. I'd like to maybe someday, but every rig that I've built so far, I have a personal connection to, and
Yeah,
some of them I've only
absolutely.
driven like one or two nights out on my rocks and never driven them again. But they're perfectly ready to run rigs, other than they just like belong to my remote.
Hmm.
And like, I'm gonna reach over and grab one that randomly I'm just gonna reach and grab one. All right, this one. I don't know. Can you see that? Yeah.
Yeah, I can see it on my phone. Yeah,
All right.
yeah, I can
So
see it.
okay. Anyway, I'm looking at on my screen and it says lag, so I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, I've got the
So I
stream
built
going
that
on my
one.
laptop, and it's delayed a bit. It's confusing.
I think I built that one back in June, and I built it shortly before we went on vacation, and I took it on vacation with us maybe, and maybe got a couple of shots on vacation with it, and I've driven it once I think since we've been home from then, and otherwise it just sits here, and it's a cool little scale rig. That's
Yeah,
a
I like that.
DZ body. I think it's a coupe frame. Yeah,
Okay,
coupe
yeah,
RC frame, a chassis under it, and but no, that's now now it's a cute little shelf queen. I'll get it out and
yeah.
play with
That's a
it
nice
again
looking build.
at some point, or maybe somebody says, "Hey, I want that." Okay, well,
Yeah, everything is for sale for the right price.
everything's for sale for the right price. So anyway, you asked about things that are going on in my neck of the woods. This was a little paint job I just finished. I still haven't figured out what chassis I want to put this on. But
Yeah, it's a great looking body. I love the patina you've done on that. I think
really
that would be a
excited about
great
that
scale
one.
build.
That's a this is an SDRC body. I have another SDRC Trail Tech chassis coming, and that was a really nice chassis. I used that chassis on. Let me grab it. This is a Trail Tech chassis.
That's a cool looking truck.
Thank you much. That's that body was done by EX Lewis. But anyway, if I not gonna
Yeah,
work
I
the
can
way
see
I
that.
have all this working, but I mean,
Yeah, I can see that fitting that chassis really nicely.
yeah, no, I can make that work. I've got another one coming. I'll use a different trans mount or something, or right on this one. I have it to where the battery sets up here.
Hmm.
So if I can play with these wires, the problem is with that interior.
Oh yeah, you've got a full interior. That
Yeah, I can
complicates
move
things
a
quite a
smaller
bit.
battery out onto the skid or something, but
Uh-huh.
I mean, I really see something kind of like that with bigger tires.
Hmm. Absolutely, yeah. I like the direction that you're leaning with that.
So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But
Yeah,
really excited about that one. The growth, the green growth on it, the moss. I
excellent
love that.
touch.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you much.
I can see that
Uh,
sitting under some trees for years and years, just getting wet and growing that moss. That's awesome patina and attention to detail.
Thank you.
We've had some new releases and some announced releases recently in the micro crawler world. Um, I don't think either one of us has had a chance to get our hands on them yet. But what do you think of the Axial SCX30?
I think I sent you a message last night. I have two of them on
I think
order.
you did, yeah.
I have two of them on order. I'll probably have two more because I do have three kids. We're going to need four at
Uh-huh.
least to start
Yeah,
with. Was
absolutely. You
really
got to have.
excited to see the LGRP video where they
Mhm.
put brushless motors on them. That will happen as soon
Yes.
as they get it in house. So
Yes.
we'll see.
It,
I'm pretty
yeah.
excited about it. I'm excited to see where that goes. It really puts it like, yeah, I can take this anywhere with me. You know,
Mhm.
yeah, I can throw that in a backpack, but I can throw something this size in a backpack a lot quicker. So
Yeah, for sure.
you know, and
It'll be
this was just
convenient to
for
carry the.
that was just sitting there. So uh, they're not much bigger than that. That's the thing. That like
Oh no, they're tiny.
1/24
I've,
to 1/30. They're they're about that size. They're like the bodies of them are like that. Hold
yeah,
on, let me grab
I'm
something. Let
excited.
me grab something real quick. Hold on, I'll be right back.
Yeah, yeah. And Tilted Tomsky, I always suggest a good hard body. Um, that's most of my crawlers right now. I've got two 18th scales with Lexan, and my first 10th scale is Lexan. But everything else is hard body. So uh, just keep trolling Etsy, eBay, all the usual WT Micro, all of them for detail body, and I think you'll enjoy building a hard body. Yeah, here we go. Is this the Orlando?
And no, this is a mini Z,
Okay, yeah,
but
Mini Z.
that's a mini Z, and I have other magnets on it to fit it on an SCX-24, so it doesn't set up right. Uh, Especially if I just throw it across the room here. But anyway, so like
Yeah, they're about that size. They're pretty small.
they're tiny. I mean, so
Yeah,
I'm really
I think they're
looking
going to be
forward
fun.
to it. I want to see. I really hope the industry follows it and like chases it like they did the SCX-24s. I was not a part of the SCX. I wasn't part of the hobby when the SCX-24 stuff started.
No, I
So
wasn't either. I
um,
had never heard of the things.
I'd like to see where it goes. Like I'd really love to see where that goes. So
Yeah, I want to grab one. I want to drive it as it is for a while, and then I want to see what I can do with it. I'm really excited to see what everybody in the RC community does with their SCX-30s because those things aren't going to stay stock for long. I think, like you said, Little Guy Racing Parts is going to be probably supporting them. I know Mofo RC is going to be supporting the SCX-30. They're already announcing some aftermarket products. So I think there's hopefully good things to come for the SCX-30. Maybe some of those big brands that we all know, like Injora,
I thought some of
maybe.
our Asian partners were doing them too. I
Yeah.
thought, yeah.
Yeah.
So
I
I
hope
think
Injora gets in the game. I hope Mias gets in the game. But I think it will be easy to adapt aftermarket support for these SCX-30s.
I I see my boy Lurko's there. I need to go back and look through the chat and see who all's been here tonight.
Yeah, we've had Dennis Quaid join us.
Jadalyn
Lurko
O'Connor.
joined.
I can't tell if
Yeah,
Jadalyn is. I don't recognize that name.
I don't
So
recognize Jadlin either. So uh, it's cool that possibly new people are finding us. I know Tilted Domsky, we chat on the 24 Yep Discord server. He's got some cool builds. I especially like his Bugs Bunny Deadbolt build. That's a cool truck. and he's out looking for a body and leaning towards a hard body. So I think he's leaning in the right direction.
What bodies he want?
Uh, I'm not sure. Tom, if you're still with us, tell us what kind of body you're thinking. We might have some suggestions. Yeah, I'm excited for the SCX30. I know Red Cat announced the Ascent 32, I believe. So it's going to be the same size. Um, I have not seen any reviews on those yet. Have you? I think they're not yet available for anybody to touch other than at the recent RC show in Vegas.
That's the only video I've seen about the Ascent 30.
Mm-hmm.
But if you look at this thing, I'm gonna move some stuff around here. I'm all about Red Cat. All about it.
Yeah, they're great rigs. I've only got the brushless Scout. Um, I have done nothing to it, and I love driving it. I'm kind of scared to mess it up, honestly. And that thing is a flex beast. Would you say that's one of your better performing rigs?
Man, it's so heavy. It's so heavy. It's it. Let me find something.
Yeah, I've got some heavy rigs. I tend to enjoy driving the heavy ones. Yeah, I think we might recognize that Jeep. I think a certain uh, YouTuber will say built that one. Yeah, yep. I think I remember that episode.
Yep. Yep. Anyway, but um, I I got to file down some drive shafts for this one. Uh, I keep throwing the drive shaft out on it right now. The way it's set up, it's
Yeah, she's got some flex to her.
I I want to play with the wheels a little bit. Right now, I have brass wheels on all four corners, which makes it really heavy, really heavy. Want to look at doing
Hmm.
some 1.0s on it. May do brass 1.0s on it. Right now, it's brass 1.3s.
Yeah,
Uh,
those are heavy.
and, and it works. It works the way it is.
Hmm.
Um, I think I could lighten it up and do some ascents on it, some climbs that it won't do now. Um,
Yeah, yeah. I find that there's a sweet spot for weight for each rig. If you're too light, you don't have enough weight to get enough traction on your tires, and if you're too heavy, you don't have enough traction to pull you uphill.
you're right. That's exactly right. So I did internal droop springs on this, so there's no springs, and it wants to sit at full droop, front and rear. Um, and
Yeah,
in
can
the
you bring that a little closer to the camera for us? Is that it's a cool look when the shocks are set up that way.
can you see it there?
Yeah, just bring it right up to the lens if you can.
I'm gonna take the phone out of the mount.
There we go. Yeah, now we can see the detail. So yeah, internal springs. It's a nice clean look on it. And what do you do for internal springs? Did you use pin springs? I know a lot of people go that route.
I'm going to set my phone back in its mount. So this is on Amazon. It's a spring kit, and the springs that I'm using are. Is that gonna?
There we go. So screenshot that and pause it. I'm leaning in to try to see it on my phone
I'll
because
add a. And
I'm 40. I'll say
we
it.
can come back and add a link to this on Amazon to this kit, and you got to play with it. Like, so that's on that, and that's 1/18 scale shocks. I use the same spring kit for. Let me grab some other shocks real quick, right here. These are 52 millimeter 1/24 scale shocks, but
So those are double barrels, or are those oil filled?
these are oil filled.
Okay. Yeah, that's a great shock setup.
So that's a front shock setup on that one. And on a rear one, if I can get it to focus. I've got stiff
That's
rear.
super smooth. Yeah, that's the way I like my shocks.
And I've on these, on the rears, I have them drooped and fully sprung on the top.
Uh-huh.
The outside spring's just for looks. All the shock work is done internally between shocks on the top and bottom inside the
Okay.
boat. So I have a shock under the piston and one above the piston there.
Interesting. I have not gotten that far into shock tuning, so that I'm learning stuff right now, which is cool. That's one of the things I love about the hobby is everybody sharing knowledge.
Well, and everybody sharing knowledge is the only reason I know anything about it. And I had to ask.
Absolutely.
So I 828RC is who shared with me this spring kit.
Okay. Yeah, that's I believe Tyler Chapman for all the Facebook people. I think he also posts under A28RC on Facebook.
That yes, 828RC on Facebook, and I think it's 828RC on Insta also. So he's the one that shared with me which spring kit to buy to work on springs, and he shared it with me for this rig, and I'm slowly starting to adapt it to the 1/24 scale stuff and figuring out where the same spring kit can benefit me. So
That's cool. I know I've shared with you, which you shared with me, this body. I want to build this one up next, and I try to do something new and different for each build that I do. So none of my trucks act or run the same. So I drive them based on my mood. So I think I need to try some internal spring shocks for the Datsun build when it's officially underway, hopefully soon.
all right, so shout out Josh Wheeler. That's a Josh Wheeler Datsun. Uh, I I got that's an overrun Datsun from Josh. So man, look up Josh Wheeler on Facebook. Look him up on Instagram. Let me grab a couple more Josh Wheeler
These
paint
are clean
jobs.
prints. I've admired his stuff on Facebook for a while, um, and actually getting my hands on one. The paint is good. The print is good. So yeah, definitely recommend Josh Wheeler.
So I've got two little girls, and they
Oh,
love
I have
crawling
not seen those. I
just
love
like
those.
we
Those are
do.
awesome.
Uh, that's the cool part about them. Those just pop off with a magnet.
Are yeah, I love it.
So anyway, Josh had painted one of these for somebody else and posted it on Facebook. And I guess he painted two of them at the same time, and the buyer only bought one of them. And I was like, Josh, I need that other one, and I need one more, but I need them to contrast. I've got one little
Yeah.
girl that likes purple, and I've got one little girl that likes pink, and so they're not the same body. That's even the cooler part. So
Oh,
my
they're
older
not.
girl likes pink. She's gonna get the big body, and my little girl likes purple, so she's gonna get the purple body. So I'm really excited about building those out.
Yeah, those
I'm
are
gonna
killer. I
use
can't wait to see it. I think you can have some fun with those.
absolutely. I'm gonna use ill light chassis on that from Coupe RC.
Uh-huh.
Uh, and we're giving one of those away tonight. Anybody that comments tonight is in the drawing for a Coupe ill light pink chassis. Uh, we're gonna figure it out at the end if we can do our drawing at live tonight. We may have to come back and do it later, like right afterwards, and then share it on YouTube and Instagram. But we're gonna figure that out. So everybody comment. Make sure if you come in, comment because you go into a drawing for a chassis tonight. But yeah,
Yeah.
that's the chassis I'm gonna use
Dennis
both
Quaid
of.
says he's going to steal your idea. I know Dennis Quaid. I've hung out with Dennis Quaid a number of times, and he's got two little girls. Just got him into crawling, so I'm excited to see um, how many other people we can make go broke with our live show.
Hey, I gotta go. My dog's barking. I'll be right back. I'll be right back.
Yeah. All right. So I recently um, mostly completed my K truck build. It's got a Grim Reaper driver with, let me see if I can get the lights and camera all lined up. An etched red skull on the windshield, some Starbucks drink, and a 3D printed coffin. And Grandpa's Off-Road RC Recovery printed those for me. So I did a build series on the SCX 24s. We started with a C10 and at the end did a fully custom build. So I showed the highlights on what to do for a custom build. So this is my most recent build that I have completed. I probably should add some side skirts here to cover up the ESC and battery tray on these sliders. But it drives, it's got rock rash. It's a lot of fun. Very, very top heavy. So it is a challenge, which is fun. Yeah, and it is just in time for Spooky Month. What does everybody think of the gold chains?
I love the gold
I
chains. I
Thank you.
love them.
I liked the gold chains. I thought about silver. Um, I thought about painting them red or black, but I think there's some sort of metaphor about the chains that hold us to life or death or something. I don't know. You can figure it out. But yeah.
That's a sweet build,
So
Michael. I love everything
thank
about
you.
that build. Like Grim Reaper looking, like I that build's done right for what you did there.
I didn't know what I was going to do with it, and I was up late one night just tinkering, looking at this thing before I started it, and decided to etch the skull onto the windshield. And then I knew right then that it was going to be a black and red K truck. Um, I really enjoyed building this, so go watch that YouTube video. It's I think 11 in the SCX 24 build along if you want to see more about this build. But it's also using the Mofo MVP that you've got in your newest build. I'm running Big Kid Tiny Truck ESC. I didn't change much from the stock settings on the ESC. I think I got the number of poles to match up and got the rotation in the right order and all. And I probably slowed it down on the timing a little bit, but it runs really smooth. So
You're
if
using
you
the
switch,
black. You're using the
uh-huh,
black Mofo motor.
yeah, I'm using the black Mofo pancake. So if you want to throw in the Big Kid Tiny Truck ESC, I can send you the settings.
Oh
I
yeah, we're gonna
it,
do
it
that as
runs
soon as we get
well.
off here tonight. We're gonna figure that out. I'm gonna figure this out tonight. I'm not
Yeah,
sold
I'll send you a
on the
screenshot.
Roswell setup.
It's got a little bit of cogging at the very lowest end, um, but I can live with it. So if it bothers you, we can probably figure out a slightly better tune. But I think it's good for 99% of your throttle range.
Yeah, I mean, between our contacts, we'll figure that out. I got plenty of people I can
Yeah,
ask about that.
yeah,
So
and I think Josh might have thrown a MVP tune up on the Facebook group for Big Kid Tiny Truck, if I remember. So we can check there too.
okay, yeah, no, definitely.
And I'm only running it on 2S and it's fast. So it's got all the wheel speed you need.
Well, good, perfect. So next up for me is finishing up my breast cancer awareness build, and this is a Endura body. It's actually
Uh-huh.
it's a 4M body.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think I recognize that as the special 4M body that was released recently.
Another YouTuber recently posted a video of it, um, but I
Yeah, I was
put
going
it
to say, I
on.
think I recognize Zach's color.
Yeah, I put it on a coupe seahorse chassis. I've not dialed in what transmission and motor I want to use yet. Um, Still working through that. I have till the end of the month to finish this. That's the way I look at it. But it's all about the tatas. I've got all month to think about them. But anyway, it's gonna be a scale trail truck. It's not gonna be an extreme crawler, but it's meant to look good, meant to be pink. It's got, I don't know if you can see them, even the links. My boy RC Steve 710 did me
Those
up
are
right
some
and
those are some cool links.
did my links pink too. So I've got,
That's awesome.
yeah.
Yeah, I love the high clearance links, all that room in the back, and then you've got that body sitting way down. I understand why it's built that way because not every truck has to be a performer.
No, it's meant to look good on the shelf in the end. It's going to be capable. It's going to be plenty capable as a trail
Oh,
truck.
absolutely.
Uh,
I bet you can hit some sweet lines on some technical rocks with that. You know,
it'll
my
do it.
first
It'll do it.
yeah, my first crawler was the Power Wagon, and it'll do it. You got to hit it just right, but you'll figure it out.
It's got little tires on it right now. I could go with a bigger tire on it. Those are what are those? 50. It's the grippers. What are those? I can't. Man, I need glasses.
Yeah,
Are they 57? They're not 57s.
those
Yeah,
look smaller than 57s to me at least,
they
but that
can.
is an
Whatever
18
the
scale body.
gripper is,
So
I don't remember what the gripper is. I could go look, but no, I can't look. Uh, I'm excited about it. I mean, I could go a little bit
Lurko agrees that
higher.
maybe 57 or
This is
63.
I could I could go. That's like a 62, and I could change the shock mount and go a little higher. I
I
think
like
it's
it as it is. I
I
think it
do
looks
too.
good. It looks scale.
It looks scale. It looks the size it's supposed to look. The tires look
Yeah.
fitting towards the body. They fit inside the wheel wells. I got
Uh
full
huh.
steering with them. I'm happy. It worked out.
Yeah.
It worked out for what it was supposed to be. I could have centered that
Absolutely.
sticker up a little better, but I didn't.
No one will notice but you. I can barely notice now that you pointed it out. That's what I've learned about painting bodies is good enough for the rocks at 10 feet. It's going to look beautiful no matter what.
So this is on the shelf to do. I'm going to do this one tomorrow. I'm just going to go ahead and build this tomorrow.
That is a cool looking chassis. I can't wait to see the finished product.
It came in today. I have a couple more Millie products coming. This was the last one I ordered. This is the first one that showed up. But I'm going to go ahead and throw
Huh.
this one together tomorrow. I'm going to use stock front shocks on this, and I'm
Mm-hmm.
going to trim them. Do all the mods on the shocks or the axles
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
to get better steering out of them. I have front uh, axle shafts for the high steer for
Yeah,
uh,
that's a must when you do that
yeah.
high steer mod.
So I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna finish this up. I'm gonna just throw it all together tomorrow, and it's gonna be a 4-wheel steer buggy. I know that I have a set. Where is it? Anyway, I have a set of front brass steering knuckles and all that. I'm gonna do the rear stock to make it light. It's gonna be super light and a little bit heavy in the front. So I'm excited about this one.
That's going to be a nice build. That's all you need to get a capable truck is just a little bit of weight in the front in the right places. And that's what I'm doing with my TJ build. I'm using the Njora +4 aluminum housing axles, and then uh, the same +4 but in nylon. So that gets more weight up front. That's a good trick to do. So we're right at about an hour, which is what we were planning to try to keep this to. I think, what do you think? We should come back to the comments. We'll record the drawing and post it and contact the winner for the eel chassis.
Yeah, I think
I think that'd be easier and better for everyone watching to not subject you to that learning process live. So we can
what's
figure it out.
okay. We have a limited number. We have some comments. Um, let's come back and post our. Uh, yeah, let's do that off screen and video it,
Uh-huh.
and we will post that live on your YouTube and both of our Instagrams after the
Yeah, we
fact.
can. Yes, we will do that. So we will get that posted by tomorrow.
Absolutely. We'll do it right after this, and then we'll get right back to you. You can look back
Yeah,
within an
absolutely.
hour and see who won that. So, uh, hey, everybody, thanks for coming in, stopping in with us. We want more people to join. Have your buddies come back next time. We're going to figure out how to better watch the chat and speak and do our part. We ate up a full hour somehow. I think it was a lot of talking about ourselves, and that's not the goal. What we want to do is talk about the industry, talk about what's going on, products that are available. We're going to hit on that some. We're going to miss on that some. But we want you, our followers, to hold us accountable on that and help us with that. Tell us what you want to say. Tell us what you want to talk about, and we'll do that. Anyway, thanks for joining us tonight.
Yeah, thank you everybody that joined us that was watching, and everybody that left a message. We'll get better at this, and I hope it's been a good way to kill an hour on a Saturday evening. And let us know what you'd like to see. Reach out to us on Instagram or here on YouTube. We will see you again soon.
Thanks, guys and gals.